you go live on Facebook yet?
Yeah.
Alright, tell me when you do. So I can put it on there. Tell me when you want me to go live on here.
What?
Tell me when you want to go live on your phone.
Okay, we'll go live as soon when the music. I'll tell you. I'll just go like this.
Alright, that's perfect. You want me to move the mic out of the
nice.
face?
That looks good. See? Oh, that looks
Do you want me to move the mic
great.
out of the face?
Yeah.
Just hold on. Sorry.
Just pull it down.
Better?
Pull it down, more down.
The music is on, right?
And then
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll have
bend it back.
because we'll be able to hear each other's conversations.
Okay.
That's good if they could get to it.
Can
I
you
can't
guys,
see.
Can we do it?
can you guys just like get to the mic if it's like right here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Do you want them really like leaning over that far?
Yeah, oh, is that good? That's
Yeah.
like, still pretty close. You can see. Dope. Cool.
Can you?
You want me to? Oh,
Is that too long of a stretch? Because I don't. Because you're gonna be talking a lot.
Here.
Push it towards them.
Get closer to her, and I'll just.
In the middle. There you go.
Is that good?
Lift it just a little bit more. Wow, you
sit
trying to
right
get
here.
a?
Push it towards them.
I'll
a little
sit
more.
there.
Oh, see.
Yeah, so you can have the mic. Yeah,
That's
let's do
good.
that. No, it's okay. So you can have the mic to yourself because then we can just. Yeah, and she can just reach over.
Yeah, no, that's whatever's easier. Seriously.
Yeah, so you can have.
You want to, because you know what, you're in position because you have.
Sure.
Should I move that one out of her face?
Since you're gonna talk
Wait,
more,
let's see
okay.
what's happening here.
It'll be more comfortable.
But how much
Go
the
ahead.
visual is better here? What's better as a setup?
Well, say if you guys sit down, when you guys sit down, we'll be able to see. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to
Okay,
use the
yeah.
Come
mic.
back.
Yeah, come back to
Come back.
It's just the mics in the
That's
face.
fine.
That's what we
Yeah,
don't
okay.
want to happen. Cool. I'll move that one just a little bit more down so you
Yeah,
can see
move
her
it
face.
down.
Yeah.
Angle it up.
Hold on.
Comfortable.
Alright, perfect.
Cool.
Awesome. I'm gonna make a copy of that. There we go. Borisova,
Yes.
Cologne, Borisova, and
Marte.
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 Marte. Okay.
I'm glad I have my red.
She's
pen
a
here.
sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant Cologne, yes. Sergeant Cologne, Officer Borisova, and Officer Marte. All right, we're going.
Sorry.
So excited. So, as the old saying goes, sit back, relax as we serve you up a tasty mix of talk radio. You are listening to the Talk Sip. All right, it is Thursday once again, and I am joined by three phenomenal women who are on NHPD's police department. Yes, the finest of the finest, and it's such an honor to have them in here. So I can't wait to just like talk to them and find out their careers and where they have come from, and then more importantly, they have this huge recruitment process that's taking place. And we don't want the people in the city or the community to miss this. That this is the point of this hour, is to really go over the hiring process and you know how you can apply to be the next New Haven's finest at the police department. So without further ado, on the Talk Sip, I'm going to go around and I want to introduce my star-studded guest. I feel so excited. Harry, like honestly, like I'm like, I know you feel protected, but I just feel like awesome today that I've got these ladies in here representing. So we have Sergeant Cologne, who is so we have Sarge here. So Sarge, please welcome to the Talk Sip. Can you please let us know the just sum it up in a sentence, the hiring process of the New Haven Police Department, how excited you are about getting folks involved.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sergeant Cologne with the New Haven Police Department. I have approximately 9 years on the job. I am very, very excited. I have a great team of officers that are part of the recruitment team. I have great command staff that is allowing us to go out in the community and recruit for more officers, good, competent, quality officers. So this recruitment process is definitely different from the last ones. Not that the last ones weren't great, they were great as well, but this one, we are everywhere. We talk to people when we go to events, and we already know that we are hiring, which is my goal, for people to know that we are hiring. So
It's a big push.
It's a very big push.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we actually, the community, because I had a couple of folks who knew that you ladies would be on the show today, and they said that they were excited about the fact that, kind of for the first time, I guess, in their eyes, that they're seeing how visible this is and how they want the community. You guys are embracing, not that it hasn't been done before, but you really are embracing and taking the initiative, embracing the community to make sure people know about the hiring process and applications, and it's a special committee. So I can see the excitement from the community, and I can absolutely see the excitement, in the department.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have great officers, as I said before. We're not just doing the traditional going to businesses, going to career fairs, going to colleges. We are doing a very organic reach to the public of New Haven, to the citizens of New Haven. We're going
Right.
door to door. We have door hangers. We have an event coming up next week. It's called the Courtesy Ticket Blitz. And literally,
Okay,
it looks
we'll
like
talk
an
about that.
attraction ticket. I'll show you. I just don't want people to get upset as we're stopping them at the lights and handing out courtesy tickets, and they're actually in the back. It talks about the hiring process and what to do and where to apply. So
Right.
this is amplified times 10 from the last recruitment processes. So very, very much happy to have been part of this team, and thank you for letting us come on your show.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of the team, let's introduce your fellow officers here. We have Officer Borisova and Officer Marte joining us, and now Officer Borisova, I saw her at a community event this weekend, and I was excited because, and I know Officer well, and she just said, Elisa, we have a special team. We really want folks to know about the hiring process, so I'm glad that we were able to talk and make this happen. So welcome to the show, Officer Borisova, and can you tell us your take on getting the community involved and what your involvement is?
Hello, Elisa. Hello, listeners. My name is Yelena Borisova. I've been in the department for almost 8 years. I came all the way from Russia to be in New Haven Police Department.
Oh, wow. Oh, see, that's an honor, all the way from Russia.
I've been here for 18 years, and I've always wanted to be a police officer.
Wow.
But something that was always life, how life gets in the way.
Yes.
So it took me a
Life
little longer than I anticipated, but I'm here, and I'm happy to be on this department and be a part of the team.
That's amazing. So now and I saw you in action. So you were out there. You were passing out flyers. You talked to the kids, the residents, and I think just your presence out there, I think allows the community to say, let's get involved. Because if we see you out there and you're engaging the community, then people will say, oh wow, I can be a police officer. And I mean, let's add on female participation. This is an amazing thing. Some of us are in male-dominated fields, but you know what? Now, 21st century, that's kind of we're going to put that aside. Women are becoming police officers, and I think it's wonderful to have you ladies you're the ones that are representing that. So that is important, and we are also we are joined by, I know you had your Telemundo last week, but you're on the Talk Sip now, so we're just going to give you some more minutes of fame. Okay, so Officer Marte, how are you, and welcome to the Talk Sip, and please let us know your involvement in the New Haven Police Department's hiring process.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeanette Marte, and I've been on the job for 4.5 years. I was born in the Dominican Republic.
Oh.
My parents and I migrated to the U.S. when I was about 9 years old. I grew up in the Bronx, in New York. From there, we moved to Springfield, Massachusetts. So I've been all over.
Yes, you have.
And now here I am in New Haven. So it's been 4.5 with the city, and it's the best job I've ever had. I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How do you feel like when you're helping the community? You're out there. You're keeping us all safe. That must be, I think, for all of you, like a pretty important and wonderful feeling. keeping us safe, but then also giving opportunities of how they can join the ranks, of coming in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, because as soon as we come back from break, we are going to go over the process from beginning to end. Folks, don't forget, phone lines are open, 203-872-7356. Like I said, I'm joined by New Haven PD's finest, and we are going to be talking about our recruitment and application process for the New Haven Police Department. So don't turn that dial, 203-872-7356. We will be right back. Awesome, good. Breathe. We got it. Good. That's great.
That was
That's
really
awesome.
good that you guys wanted to.
We're not live. We're not live.
Yeah, we're kind of, it stays up on the Facebook feed,
Okay.
so I think they can hear us.
Oh yeah, they can hear everything.
Okay.
Okay, so we just. I'll be telling you, I'll be like, right in the face, like,
And it lives there forever, so unless we delete it.
awesome. Okay, remember, so this.
So you'll go over next. We're going over like from A to Z the hiring process.
Yeah, hiring process. And anything you want to interject, we're going to do like 21 years of age, high school diploma, all that good stuff. All right, let me make sure that this is on. Where's the intern? I want to have him fix that, because that's not. Or can you fix that? Because it's like, it's not even, it's showing, he can turn it this way.
This is closed.
Oh, did it? Yeah, just turn it, if you don't mind.
Do you see it?
No, it's gotta be the other way. Yeah, you gotta, yeah.
How's that?
See how it's coming in like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Better?
Is it still on? Is it still feeding?
Your code is I can't see anything. So
Oh,
you
just swipe it. Just swipe, because there's a,
Then it's asking me for a code.
really, because I don't have a code.
Oh, that was the phone type. Nope, it's not there anymore.
That's good, yeah. Well, like I said, we'll just interject about like people that want to apply, if they're listening. We'll talk about like the felony convictions, the misdemeanors, because some people are like, okay, if I got a park traffic ticket and I didn't pay it or whatever, because some people are like, we don't want them to think they can be disqualified for, for the military resident. Okay, got it. All right. Yes, no, maybe? So, okay. All right, perfect. Okay, we're going to go back on. And then we'll go to Welcome back to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Elisa Bowens Mercado. Don't forget, every Thursday I train in my dance shoes and I spend time with you, the listeners. Oh yeah, I shimmy on down to the radio station. I talk arts, culture, music, and much, much more. And I am joined again by Sergeant Colon and Officer Borisova and Officer Marte in studio with me. And we are talking about the New Haven Police Department's hiring and application process. Oh yes, so do not miss out. You don't want to be one of those folks that says, I wish I could have, because let me tell you something, they are doing some heavy grassroots, social media, they're, making appearances everywhere. They're in your communities to let you know that there is absolutely an opportunity to become a New Haven police officer. So we are going to, let me remind you that our phone lines are open, 203-872-7356. Make sure you give us a buzz if you have any questions or if you're interested in applying. So, Sergeant Cologne, 21 years of age, and that's by October 1, 2017. So there's a age requirement. So I know it's just kind of simple, but you have to be 21 years of age to apply for the department.
That's correct. Because of the training of firearms that we have, you have to go to firearms training, just like if you were to obtain a pistol permit, you have to be 21 years of age in the state of Connecticut to obtain one. So
Right.
these are all post-state requirements.
Right, exactly. So 21 is a must to absolutely apply. Education. So a person who has obtained their GED can apply, and or high school diploma.
That's correct.
Correct.
That's
Okay.
correct.
So
So we only require either a high school diploma or GED, which is huge.
Mm.
A lot of departments throughout the nation or Connecticut require either an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, but we give everyone a fair shot. So high school diploma or a GED.
that's awesome. Yeah. So if you're listening, you don't have to have like you said, that college degree. So if you get out of high school and you really just want to make your way into the department, then there's that opportunity, because some people say college is not for them.
Either that or some financial difficulties. Some people cannot afford college. Or
Correct.
they don't have anyone to co-sign the loans with. So this is really important for people to
Mm.
realize that not everyone has the opportunity to go to college.
Right, exactly. Now, is there an application fee that goes along with applying, just to be even considered?
Absolutely. There is an application fee, however, in cases of hardship, so if you have financial hardship, there's a federal guideline for poverty, which is in our applicant handbook on policeapp.com. So anyone that is interested in applying or has some sort of an interest in the job, they can go on to www.policeapp.com,
Okay.
and then they can search for Connecticut New Haven Police Department, and they can see there is an entry-level position open currently because we are on Police App from June. We started June 5th. We'll be there until June 23rd, which is the deadline. And everyone just know that is the deadline. At 11:59 p.m.
On June 23rd.
there will be no more applications after that. At 12
Right.
a.m. on June 24th,
The applications will, right.
that will
So
be closing.
if
So-
you're listening, let's repeat that. It's June 23rd at 11:59 p.m. and not Saturday the 24th at 12:01 a.m.
Correct.
So you have plenty enough time to get your applications in. And like you said, applications just actually opened, 2 days ago?
They open on Monday.
Okay,
June 5th.
so applications are active now. So do not wait until the last minute. You're listening. This is a wonderful opportunity, but you do not want to wait until the last minute. All right, U.S. citizenship. So you must be a citizen of the United States. What if there's someone that has a pending application, to become a citizen? Is that one of the guidelines or directive of how would that work if someone's listening?
Right. So either born citizen or naturalized citizen. Now I know naturalization sometimes is a long process. I myself I'm a naturalized citizen as well, and I know there are some deadlines that you have to meet. And sometimes if all your paperwork is not ready, you may not get your citizenship until a couple months or 3 months or 4 months later. So it's very important, and we really would. They need to be a citizen at the time of the application. Which, because like I said, there are sometimes you can miss an appointment.
Yes.
You don't get an appointment for the next 3 or 4 months, and now you're in the process, and then you're not hired because
Right.
you don't have a citizenship, and
Yeah.
you wasted your $50 and then the
Right.
inconvenience that was caused to you.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, and that's why, because like I said, sometimes people, there's clarification of applicants and application requirements. Valid driver's license. So yes, just your driver's license, you can get the application, so make sure you have that license. Now, no felony convictions.
Correct.
So absolutely no felony convictions if you are applying to the New Haven Police Department, and no Class A or B misdemeanor convictions. Now, can you explain to our listeners what a Class A or B misdemeanor would look like?
Okay, so there are four correct me if I'm wrong, there's 4 classifications for misdemeanors. We call something a red book. I wish I
Okay.
had brought it with me. It kind of breaks it down. But the Connecticut.gov, if you go on the website, it gives you all the statutes and Class A misdemeanors, Class B
And
misdemeanors,
it will
and
have.
Class C misdemeanors.
Mm,
This includes also domestic violence convictions as well.
right.
So the Class A, Class B misdemeanors include the domestic violence convictions. If you have a domestic violence conviction under that, you won't be qualified.
Try to apply.
Right.
Right, and like you said, you could always, and I always tell people, be thorough. Go to the app or go on the website or Google and, just kind of know, like you said, the Class A or B misdemeanors, it will be right there, and just, read. But this is a wonderful, reading this, I know a ton of people that would be eligible to apply for this position.
Correct. So just to go back on the application process,
Yes.
and I just don't want to forget this. It's
Mhm.
very important for me to say this. The initial application, which is online at policeapp.com, okay, it will not go into a criminal history of the applicant. It
Okay.
is just generic information, where you live.
That you're collecting.
You're collecting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the information that will be passed on to HR, and then they will schedule people for physical ability test, which is the physical agility test, and I'll give you the dates once we get to that.
Right.
Written test, and then an oral test. It is after you are placed on an eligibility roster, you've successfully taken all those tests, and if you average out, and if you are placed on an eligibility roster, you will be given a conditional offer depending on what your number is. So let's just say, for example, the first 100 people or the first 200 people.
Okay.
This is just an example, not that we will get that many conditional offers.
Okay.
We will send out a conditional offer to the candidate. It'll say, congratulations, this is your conditional offer. You will be contacted by a background investigator from here on out. So that background investigator, which will be hopefully our officers that are here as well.
Okay.
These
Nice.
officers
Good.
will then reach out to the candidate, schedule an appointment with them in person, and we have something called a long form background investigation.
Okay.
That goes into details, detail by detail. That is not until we have a list of candidates.
Okay.
That is a civil service list. So civil service does all the examination.
All right. So that's after the person applies.
Correct.
So you come in, apply, and then
You
social
take-
service.
you
Okay.
take
Civil service.
Civil service does the examination. They do the physical ability test in order for you to take the written test, which in the past it was $30, and no longer they have to pay $30 to take the written test.
So that's been waived.
That's been waived.
Okay.
People don't have to pay $30, and that's important because a lot of other departments you have to
pay for.
Right. So initially it's just the $50 for the application, and then you go on to your physical ability test. I'm hoping a lot of people pass the physical ability test. Then they will be scheduled for their written test, which is July 15th of this year.
Wow.
That's
Of
a
this year.
Saturday.
That's okay. So it's like the applications in June, testing in July, and I just want to mention this. Just seeing that, like you said, they waived the fee for the testing. $50 can be the difference of you going into a career of your lifetime. That can change your life, can change your economic status, can change your family's position. So it's not like you're spending thousands of dollars. I want to make that very clear to our listeners. It's $50 can literally, and trust me, we could all take $50 and probably spend it and waste it on stuff that, I can go buy a pair of shoes like when we leave here.
Right.
So, or somebody could go buy a pair of sneakers for $50 or whatever. Or eating out in a week, $50. So, take, if you're serious about this, take the money. And literally, this could be life changing for, and like I said, the New York Police Department is not breaking the bank. So, so I just wanted to kind of let the listeners know that this is a very attainable process that you are, the department is offering.
Right. They can change their life. They can change the life of their spouse, their partners, their mothers, or their parents rather. So if they can make a sacrifice of not going out one weekend and saving up until we still have 2 more Fridays, people can get paid.
Yeah, that's right.
And then
That's
they
right.
can go
Save
out.
the money.
Save the money. Save the money if you like I said, there is a guideline for federal poverty guideline that's in the applicant handbook, and it's very, very important for people to read that handbook. It gives you a lot of information about the process. But if someone does have a question, if they would like to call us either, we have a phone number.
Can you give the number?
Sure.
Now, so in case, because I'm sure people are not, because some people won't call in because,
Right.
you know, they just kind of get phone shy.
Sure.
But it's important to know that because you are beyond accessible,
Yes.
you know, to the community. So what's the number that you can provide for questions?
It's 203-946-6249. Once again, 203-946-6249. We have an email account that we share, which is nhpdrecruitment@newhavenct.gov, nhpdrecruitment@newhavenct.gov. Also, we have Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and
Yes.
all day long I get messages on the Facebook. And if you see it there, it says there's a 98% response rate, which means when I see my messages, I usually respond in a pretty fashionable time.
And trust me, they do.
We
Yes,
do
they
respond. And Instagram, we're constantly updating our Instagram account. There are videos of the academy on there that just graduated on May 12th. There are other videos
Saw that.
also. Yes. So we are accessible also via email, like I said, or phone number that I provided. So if there are any questions, people can call that number.
Okay. And we will actually direct them, you know, after the show, and then, you know, when we put this up. All right, so now, 'cause this is the exciting part for me, because I want to know what happens actually, like when you take your physical test. This has always been so fascinating. So I get it firsthand, and my listeners, that was one of the questions. All right, what happens once you apply, and then the real, like, kind of, the fun begins, because then you have to be, you know, physically fit. I'm sure emotionally, mentally, physically to be a police officer. So what are the guidelines, or what should one expect once they you know, kind of fill out the application?
Okay. So once they've completed the application process, all the correspondence, any email, any contact information will be done through policeapp.com. So they have to check their accounts even after application submission, because representatives will be sending out the application information for the next process, whatever is available, whatever they're scheduled for next, that will be sent out through policeapp.com. So the next thing would be the physical ability test, which is July 8th and 9th. Now, I'm sure if someone is listening, I'll talk about the chip card. There's something called the chip card, which is
Okay.
people can take that. It's a physical ability test, and it's the Cooper standards that we also do. People take that and they hold a chip card for approximately 6 months. It's valid for only 6 months. So if
So they
anyone
receive
that-
a card.
they receive a card, they do a test. They do the test with another company, not with us. So if they have a valid chip card, they would have to upload that valid chip card onto the police app account at the time of the application. Now, if they're taking the chip card after, that's something we can answer, as I said, via
Okay.
email or
Right.
the phone call. It's a little more complex to answer, but chip cards are accepted only if they're valid, and it's important to know that they're only valid for 6 months. So if anyone is listening,
Okay.
chip cards are valid
For 6 months.
for
and that's-
6 months.
And then
Correct.
there's a cutoff.
Correct. But if someone that doesn't have a chip card, majority of the people who don't have a chip card, they will receive information via email at Police App to appear for their physical ability test, which is either, it won't be both days. It would so one person gets invited to physical ability test. It would be either on July 8th or July 9th, and they will be scheduled with. They'll be given a time, and on
So
that
there's
day,
one day of testing.
there's actually 2 days of physical tests, physical
Okay.
ability tests, but we're anticipating a lot of people applying, so we want to accommodate them properly. So if they get scheduled for July 8th at a certain time, they'll come in and they'll take a physical ability test, and all our physical ability test requirements are in our brochures for males and females. And the standard is slightly different for males and females. So we have, we test at 35th percentile.
Okay.
Most departments test at 40th percentile. We test a little lower, which is another,
Is that,
it's
is
in
it the
favor of the
standard?
candidate.
Okay.
It's in favor of the candidate, to give them a little, so the entry test is 35%. The test from when they enter the academy, so you have to take either I think it's a month before or a week before, you have to take a physical test again, and that's at 40 percentile. And then when they graduate, they have to take it again. But initial entry test is 35 percentile.
Got it. So now this is when we're going to bring your officers in, because they're going to tell us about if they can remember, because I know you ladies have been on the force for about 8-9 years. So I want to hear firsthand your experience of your test and what you remember most about it. So we're going to start with we're going to turn that over to Officer Borisova. So first day of testing, what do you remember? What can someone expect? What did you expect?
Being very nervous.
Okay, so that's normal.
That's absolutely normal. And it's actually good to be nervous. You don't want to come in and be cocky, and you can be confident. But a lot of people, they come in, they think they can do it, when the last time they ran was 2 years ago. And they think it's a mile and a half, it's, I have 13 minutes, and then they fail.
Okay.
So I was actually really serious about it, and I took a year of my life to just do nothing but train myself.
Dedication.
But I still, like I said, it was very nerve-wracking, but you just have to remember that you have to give it your all.
Right.
So if you maybe not that physically fit, but you have to come in and just have that mindset that this is the only thing that's going to stop you from getting up. Because this test is pass-fail. So if you don't pass one component of the test, you're out. And now you may have to wait another 2 years before we hire again. So just remember, you still have those people who may think, I'm not physically fit right now to do this.
You have until July.
You still have a month.
Yeah.
So if you set your mind right, you can do it.
Right. Maybe eat properly. Start running around a track, or getting up and jogging, or sprinting, or do some hiking, just to get the body prepared, like you said.
And like I said, this is the only component of the test that you know beforehand what's expected of you. It's not a secret. You can Google the test. We have it in our brochures.
What would someone Google? So is it? Yeah. So what's the? Someone's interested in just seeing a preview of what is to be done. Is it a website that they can go to?
Sure, they can go to either the State of Connecticut website, the Cooper Standard. They can go to chip-inc.com,
Okay.
or they can go on to our social media pages, also our City of New Haven website. So that's probably the best place to view something like this. So if someone goes on to City of New Haven website, they go onto the police department link, then they go into recruitment. In recruitment, and also in the police academy link, there is there's a list of requirements is there, and also the requirements for the physical ability test. So if you Google City of New Haven Police Department and go into recruitment, you will find the information for the physical ability test on there.
Okay.
And it's very important.
And like you said, it's not a secret.
It's not a secret. People should be training right now if they're serious about it. They can go out to the track, they can go on the street. The track, most importantly, because now you know a standardized track. You don't want to go to, there are tracks that are smaller than the standardized track. So you want to go on a standardized track where you are able to do 1.5 miles, which is usually 6 laps around the track.
Yeah, so don't run around your backyard, because that's
You want,
right. You want to make sure run.
Even if you're running on the street. And then we have a new component to the test, which was added last year. It's a 300-meter sprint. We used to have a sit and reach. We no longer have the sit and reach. We have the 300-meter sprint, which is 1 lap around a standard track is 400 meter. So this is 100 meter less. So every 100 meters, there's markings on the track. So if you go to a track and you want to time yourself, for example, female 20 to 29, they have to complete the 300-meter sprint within 75 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. So you're moving.
You're moving.
Yeah.
So you should be training yourself for endurance and strength, agility, and
Get into that gym and get those push-ups in.
Yes, push-ups are important. Push-ups, sit-ups, and we will have some videos available by the end of the week.
Okay.
Also for the proper way of
Come on.
doing push-ups and proper way of doing sit-ups. Because a lot of times people, when they're doing sit-ups, they'll thrust their body up in order for them to move up, and we don't.
And there's no modified.
There's no modified push-up, ladies.
I'd be
such thing.
like, oh, okay. And Officer Marte, what do you remember most about your first experience at training?
I do. It's like my partner Borsalva said. If you really want it bad, you can do it, because I remember that I couldn't do one push up, but or run a mile and a half in 14 minutes. I remember I was going to college full time and working full time overnight. And when I got out of work at 7 in the morning, I would go to the tracks and run and time myself and do it every single day until I was able to do it, because I really wanted it. So for those
Dedication.
females out there that if you really want to become a police officer, it's not impossible. So just push yourself. It's a great career, and you won't regret it.
Good. Yeah, and like you said, have a goal.
Yep.
And keep your eye on that goal. And like you said, it's not impossible. You just kind of take it. Like you said, people literally have like a month where their lives can be changed. And like I think Officer Borasova said, this is a component. Each one is a piece of the puzzle, and you have to pass each one, like the written, the physical. So, just go for it. Just really set your standards high, and just, know that, and don't count yourselves out. Somebody might be listening and saying, oh, I don't know, that's not physically good. But you know what? Like you said, we have an entire month or more, a little over a month, to get, that body, in shape. I know in my 40s, if I can do it like in 15 days, because I'll crash like diet or go on a cleanse, and then I feel like Superwoman. And then, 10 days, I'm just like, yes, probably can do a push-up or sit-up and not be modified. But, so once they finish the physical ability testing, like you said, 2 days, and you mentioned something important. How many applicants are you expecting? Because, like I said, this push is probably very unique. It's absolutely, you guys are out there, you're doing grassroots, your social media. So in the past, what was an average of folks that kind of, were interested or applied compared to what you think you might get, this go around?
Well, in the past, I know we had, like I said, the last recruitment processes were great. We had a very big show out of applicants. So I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to try to beat that from last time. I'm not
Do
going
I hear some competition?
And it's actually a friend of mine who did it the last time. So I'll just say that we always want to compete. Right?
It's healthy competition.
Healthy competition.
You want people to, this is positive. So,
healthy competition. Also, we want good candidates. So the number of officers currently, I'm not counting any brass, which is like sergeants or lieutenants and above. I'm counting the number of officers. I think there are about 314 officers, and you're budgeted for, I like to say, I think we're down about 36 officers according to the budget. So we usually, in the past, now this is in the past practice, we would have a list. When the list would come out, we usually have gotten 2 classes per list. Now this is, historically, we've done that. I don't know if
and 2 classes is around how many? Okay.
So from one list. So depending on how many people are on a list. Now, obviously, if someone is on a list, even if they're number 2, doesn't mean that they will make it through the background process.
Right.
Okay.
But they're just on the list.
They're on the
list. They have applied and...
Right. And they've applied, they've gone through the written test, they've gone through the oral test, and they've made it on the list. So even if you're number 2, that doesn't mean that you're automatically going to be hired as a police officer. Right. Or
it's still a process.
Correct. You'll be a recruit in the police academy. Now, before I forget, I really want to mention our residency points. New Haven residents.
New Haven residents, listen up.
Residents, listen up, please. 10 points onto the overall score of the written and the oral.
Wow. Overall.
Overall.
Okay.
So if you get a 70, or let's say if you get a 72, I'll just make it even. If you get an 80 from the average of your written and your oral, and then that 10 points will be added onto your score, now you're at a 90.
Wow.
You can be going over like 50 or 30 people, you're going above, and then
And that's for New Haven
that's for New Haven residents.
residents.
Also military veterans. Veterans
Okay,
get 5
that's-
points. Veterans get
Mhm.
5 points. You can combine the 10 points if you're a New Haven resident and a veteran. That's 15 points. 15 points maximum. Now, if you have an 80, now you're getting 15 points. That's 95.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
These are preference points for, like I said, veterans and residents. Disabled veterans get 10 points. So if you're a New Haven resident and a disabled veteran, you can't get 20 points. You'll get 15 max. You max out at 15.
Okay, so max out is at 15.
Max
Okay.
out as at 15. If you end up with an overall score of 90 and you are a New Haven resident and a veteran, you're not going to get 105. You're just capping out at 100.
That's okay, right? I was
Let's not
gonna
get
say,
carried
well,
away.
I mean, like that point system's pretty good.
Right,
All right,
so-
but there are caps.
There
but,
are caps,
But you
right.
are focused, not focused, but you are really reaching out to the community. These are really sincere, but aggressive community outreach, and really telling folks you live in this community, police this community.
Right.
So I think that's a wonderful thing. So once the scores and the numbers come in, so you like you said, there's like 30 something plus officers, maybe that the city is looking to hire. So how many officers in your next class are you looking to bring on to the force?
We usually have a class 25 to 30, sometimes 20 to 25. So that's like the roundabout number, 25, 30, or even, I think that the most we ever had in the academy class, I think it was my academy class, it was a little bit over 35 or 35.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
And the academy, they will teach you everything in the academy. So if anyone is watching videos about police academies or anything like that, and as a matter of fact, we do have some police academy videos on YouTube.
Okay.
So if anyone is watching them, they look at it, wow, this looks it looks difficult.
Mhm.
Our instructors are phenomenal. They will train you to the best of your ability. They will make you strong. They will
Wow.
mentally and physically
Physically get you
prepare
ready.
you for the job. They will mentally and physically prepare
That's
you for the job.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes, and when you said because it's almost like you said, and like you said, if you're out there watching just police academy videos, just because I always tell people, be careful what you Google or be careful what source you're getting some things from. So, but go to your website and go to your Facebook pages so that you know how the New Haven Police Department operates. Because, like you said, you have a wonderful staff of folks that are training up and coming officers, and that's where you want to get the information from.
Correct. And also for anyone, before I forget, that doesn't have any computer access.
Okay.
Now it's easy. What do we have here? Smartphones, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
everybody
applies.
has phone.
Everyone
Yes.
has smartphones. We all pay bills on smartphones. But something like this should not be done on a smartphone because it's really hard to apply online to this using a smartphone. So try to use either some sort of a laptop or a computer or even a tablet. We definitely recommend using a laptop or a computer. Now, if anyone that doesn't have computer access or a laptop, we will make those available to you
That was my next question.
this Saturday and
Okay.
the Saturday after. So the Saturday, which is
So June 10th
June 10th,
and then June 17th.
correct, right before the application period ends. So it's Saturday 10 to 2 at the New Haven Police Academy, 710 Sherman Parkway in New Haven. So if anyone that doesn't have computer access, whether it's desktop or laptop, we will have computers available for you to fill out your applications. Also, if you have any questions during your
Perfect.
filling out your application or any other information that you might need,
You have
Even if-
someone accessible.
correct, even if you are not coming there to have, even if you're not coming there to apply, you're just coming there to ask questions, that's completely fine. You can reach us there from 10 to 2, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 710 Sherman Parkway, New Haven Police Academy, and that would be June 10th and June 17th.
Awesome, perfect. Do we have a question?
Yeah, we have a question from Facebook Live, a couple of questions.
Okay.
First, Cassandra Rodriguez says thank you for your service.
Yes.
And then Anthony Ursini, sorry if I messed up your name, asked, does New Haven have their own academy, or do you send recruits to the state academy?
We have our own academy. We have our own academy. In the past, we have sent officers to other academies like Milford, but this is a bigger class. I'm hoping this would be a bigger class.
Right.
We have sent maybe 5 or 6 to Milford Police Academy in the past, but this time around, I'm hoping this is our academy. We do have an academy. It's 8 to 4 Monday to Friday academy. Sometimes they may have to come on Saturday to do some community events, which not only training, we do a lot of community events with the neighborhood and with the youth and the people that live in the area. So not just focus completely on physical training or police training.
Got it. And I think we had another question.
Yeah, one more question. Sasha Edwards asks, will they train you for the swimming portion if you cannot swim?
Is there swimming? Is there a swimming portion?
There is. Sasha has been doing her homework, right?
Go, Sasha. We want Sasha. Yes, Sasha. We want Sasha.
We want you, Sasha. Don't worry about swimming. So when I went through the academy, I wasn't a great swimmer, and we did have to go to we had to use the pool at Choate. Was it Choate? I think it was. It's the high school in Milford.
Yep.
And it was a very deep pool, rather. So I talked to one of the instructors, the dive instructors. They're usually from the dive team.
Okay.
And I told them I couldn't swim. And they told me just hang on to the side and I
And doggy paddle.
right. So that's the least of the worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't swim either, so
I can swim now.
You can.
I
Okay.
still can't.
She has a follow-up question. She says, if you fail the push-up exam, will you automatically fail?
So yes. So there is a series of exams in the agility test. So you do the sit-ups first, and you do the push-ups. If you do not successfully finish the push-ups, so Sasha, if you're 20 to 29, between that age group, you have to do 14 push-ups within a minute. If you're 30 to 39, you have to do 10 push-ups. 40 to 49, you have to do 8 push-ups. 50 to 59, you have to do 5 push-ups.
See, I'm rooting for Sasha. Sasha, wherever you are, if you're a New Haven resident, please, if you're interested, get those push-ups. Hit the floor now and just start pushing up or something. I don't know, but those were great questions. Those are great questions. So, or Officer Borisova.
I think that's what she was planning on saying. Do the push-ups. I hope you're doing the push-ups as we speak.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Sasha, get down there and do those push-ups. I'm gonna now personally see if Sasha. It was Sasha Edwards. Shout out to Sasha.
She just says she is doing the push-ups right now.
Okay, great. Sasha, if you need any other questions answered, or like I said, we'll have some videos available. If there's anything that we can personally tell you, you can reach out to us via email or telephone.
Oh, that is great. Yeah. So, and it's people they're fascinated about the process, but a lot of folks, like you said, just never knew that. These are probably questions that people have had in the past, and they go, you know what? I'm gonna, I can't run. But it's you ladies clearly are on the department, and we want you to make sure. We want the folks out in the community to know that this is amazing. It's amazing what you are doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back. If there's any questions, we're going to answer questions. And then I think there's a third part, or we'll just kind of after, you test, and if you pass, what happens after that. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. All right.
Wow.
Nice. Good. Sasha. We gotta get Sasha in there.
We gotta get Sasha to
Yes.
Fly.
How did she know about the swimming? That was awesome.
She must have seen a video. We have videos posted
Okay.
on YouTube and stuff. So.
We got another question from Sarah Daniel, and she wants to know how many people are you hiring?
Okay, we're gonna go back in. All right. So what we'll do is we'll answer that question, and then we'll kind of like we'll sum it up.
Okay.
We're gonna make sure we'll say the dates again.
The dates again, police app, preference
police app.
points.
Where you Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, how they can find you, and any last minute, things. This is awesome.
It is good.
This is so good.
We're going to be at a community event this weekend as well.
Is it the Hill Pop Up?
It's not the Hill. It's a Fairhaven Community Fair.
Okay.
It's going to be at 62 East Grand Avenue, St. James Episcopal Church.
Right. Oh, okay.
There's a community event. So
Yeah.
we'll be there.
Actually, I'll be there at 12.
Okay. At that
Teaching some
event?
lessons. Yeah.
Oh, I'll see you. I'll be there.
Yeah,
See you
yeah.
there.
See, that's why we didn't know if you were at the Hill Pop Up. Yeah, so you'll be there.
Okay. She'll be there.
You got about 3.5 minutes.
Okay, we're going back in. And we are back again. Don't forget, every Thursday, join me on the Talk Sip. I am so just over the moon about having Sergeant Cologne and officers on Borisova and Marte in studio with me. We had another question.
Yeah, we have a
On
question
Facebook Live.
from Sarah Daniel Marie Celiano. How many people are you hiring?
All right, Sarah. So, Sergeant Cologne.
I can't give her a definite answer. I can't give you a definite answer. Like I said, everything is budgeted. There's a if the board says 20 people, then 20 people. If more, then more the merrier. That's what.
Okay. So you're thinking maybe 20, 25 minimum.
Possibility.
Okay.
Right. There's a possibility. So
But like you said, apply.
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 definitely.
Yes.
We go through a lot of candidates, unfortunately, because of the background process. So even if you're number 300, we might get to you.
Exactly.
Right.
So always, you
If
have
not
to
the
apply.
first time, then second time,
Second time.
hopefully.
Right.
So which is why it's important to apply within the time allotted, which is June 5th through the 23rd at policeapp.com. There is an applicant handbook. It's very important for you to read that.
Right.
A lot of questions that you are asking currently, which are great questions, are on the
Yeah.
handbook. The handbook is about 20 pages or so. Also in the handbook, there's a medical waiver form for your agility test. If you don't have a valid chip card and you will be scheduled for the agility test, there is a medical waiver form. If that needs to be completed, you will not be allowed to participate in the physical ability test if you don't have a completed medical waiver form. So make those appointments with your doctor, your physician, so
Right.
you can
Now.
see them.
Yeah.
And you can go and get this taken care of because it's only a month away. And also remember there are preference points for military veterans, disabled veterans 10 points, veterans 5 points, New Haven residents 10 points. If you have
10
any
points.
10 points, don't let those points get away, folks.
Yeah.
Facebook, New Haven Police Department Recruitment Team, Instagram, NHPD Recruitment, Twitter, NHPD Recruitment. You can reach us via telephone 203-946-6249 or email us for any questions or inquiries you may have, nhpdrecruitment@newhavenct.gov. We will be at the Fairhaven Community Fair
Yes.
at the St. James this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday from 11 to 2. They have a job fair. They have some other events that they have going on with the kids. Also, they're playing a movie, I believe, for the kids at 2 p.m.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They always have. Okay.
I think I'm going to stick around for that.
I might stick around for that
Stick
too.
around for just the movie. And then we will also have available any computer that you might need to fill out your applications. We will be at the New Haven Police Academy, 710 Sherman Parkway, Saturday, June 10th, Saturday, June 17th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
That is awesome. And I'm going to tell you, you are in very, very good hands. I could just say it was a pleasure having Sergeant Cologne and Officers Borisova and Marte on the talks of today, but you are in great hands. They are really here to assist you in any questions that you have. And like I said, if anyone just says that a process is hard, this one is not going to be. So they are accessible for you and to help you through this. And so, we're going to have some closing words, and we're just excited. Get out there, get that application, and get those push-ups going.
To Sasha Edwards and anyone else out there who think don't let the process is long and it's nerve-wracking and there's a lot of stuff that you have to do, but don't let the steps of the process intimidate you.
Right.
And you know, if you doubt in, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know if I can. Yes, you can. And the job is great. It's the best job you can have. It's fun. It's, you know, everything that I ever thought it would be.
I'm gonna tell you, they wear it very well.
And don't forget medical benefits that we have here. We have a retirement plan, pension.
Oh.
So these are all the things that people need to. They can even go on the City of New Haven website and you can resource this and read our contract. That's there. We get a lot of days off. I have a lot of friends that are not cops, and they always tell me, "Wait, how do you always have a day off? And how do you have so many days off?"
Right, exactly.
We get a lot of days off compared to someone in the private sector. So some things to remember, and then if you can motivation is key. You mentally
Right.
challenge yourself, and
Right.
you can overcome any obstacle.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just so happy to have these officers in here. And folks, the Haven Police Department applications are out. And I can't believe this time goes by so fast, but thank you for joining me today. You are welcome back anytime, and continue to do what you do. You're keeping us safe, and we salute you for just always doing a great job in our community. And folks, that is my time, and as I always say, stay positive, stay focused, and always keep your glass full. We'll see you next week. Nice. Good job. Awesome.
so well.
Yes, you do.